probably going to be my last exhibition because I'm thinking very seriously about stopping making pots. Well, I'm 73 and been making pots as a living for 51 years. I worked with Michael Cardew for the first 3 years and he liked to make big pots, so I got completely hooked. But actually making big pots is very meditative. It's been a while. It's been 8 years since I've had an exhibition at your gallery, and I think my work has definitely moved on. The pots, they come from a kiln which a group of us built 3 years ago. It's called the Cake Kiln project. So I've taken out the best pots from the firing number 11 and firing number 12, and those pots represent the best of my work from this kiln over the years. I've always done that, put the best pots aside, and the bulk of these pots are from the front of the kiln, you know, in the firebox. But it is extraordinary. They're just essentially just two glazes, two different kinds of celadon. They're nice by themselves, but you don't expect these colours.
Such a variety of influences. He comes from a Danish family, but he doesn't really consider himself a particularly Danish potter. And of course the influences he draws on are from a variety of places, whether it's from the African element in some of these larger jars, for example. But also when I look at Svend's pots, I think of historical early salt glaze, I think of American functional pots, colonial pots. For that matter, I also think of English medieval pots, a variety of influences. So integrated into his way of thinking about clay and form and glaze and surface, that it somehow becomes superfluous to talk too much of influences because they are also concentrated into his way of looking at things.
It's quite a long process. In total, maybe 3-4 weeks around a firing. Each of us has a section in the kiln. When we pack the kiln, we pack two sort of fairly large tree trunks in the firebox, and they burn really slowly. Then up at 6 in the morning, and then the firing proper starts. I don't play chess, but I would imagine it's something like three-dimensional chess, because you've got to kind of work out the path of the flame and how everything fits together. Well, this will be my 4th exhibition, and the first one that I had here, I'd never had a success like that before, and each one has been slightly better, so I hope the trend carries on. So I'm thrilled to bits with the gallery. I think you work very, very hard as a gallery. I've exhibited other places where people are a little bit, passive. I don't think you could be accused of being passive. It does actually feel like I've taken something to its logical conclusion.